Welcome back for entertainment purposes. Let's talk about protecting your energy. First, we want to know that the more expansive you become, the more you're going to attract. The more you know, the more you explore, the more you're going to find. This looks positive and it could also look negative, right? We're not just expanding ourselves to the good, we're expanding ourselves to everything, which means we have to learn what we're doing and how to protect ourselves as we continue this journey. So, if we don't protect ourselves, we could be potentially at risk for things that we both see in the physical and things that we don't see in all of these other realms that we've explored. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that to say that this is a very real thing, and we should all know what we're getting ourselves into. Think, for example, most of us would not visit a foreign country that we've never been to before at night in a neighborhood that doesn't feel safe or that we've never explored to before without some type of protection. So I offer we don't do the same when we explore these different realms because, again, it's just not benevolent angels that live there. There are a lot of different things that live there, and sometimes we encounter them. So we should know how to protect ourselves and what to do if we encounter them. Like I said in our last video, if you find yourself that your energy is just drained a little bit, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're anxious, you have physical limitations, and not physical limitations that happen consistently, but limitations that are like, oh, I just can't lift this today, stuff like that. Or if you find yourself feeling detached from reality or experiencing paranoia or depression, stuff like that, it's probably a time to stop doing this work and really go into protecting yourself and healing your energetic space. As it relates to metaphysics and psychosis, we want to really take a look at what that means. It means that we have done some work. We've explored probably too fast. We've explored too far. We've explored too much without proper protection, without proper knowledge or proper understanding of what we're actually doing and getting ourselves into. Now, I want to be clear that in mental health or in psychology, psychosis may include some of these things, but again, we're talking specifically about metaphysics. So for this case, I'll say that it's called spiritual psychosis, even though it overlaps with maybe a psychological psychosis. This happens when you kind of are feeling like you're not in touch with reality, when you feel too open or too sensitive, not where you feel maybe you can feel everybody's energy in a space, but you feel everybody's energy and it's becoming burdensome to you. If you find yourself obsessed with seeing signs or synchronicities or the things that are in the unseen worlds, if you are feeling paranoia or fear or delusions, remember delusions are those things that nobody else sees or hears, but are maybe impossible. If you feel like you are drifting away from reality in general, you feel ungrounded, you feel like you have no place to land, it's probably time to stop doing all of this studying. You've overwatered your plant at this time, and we need to do some repair work. So, repair work looks like centering yourself and grounding yourself. It can look like doing that in nature, walking barefoot on the grass, really touching something that exists in the natural world. Go hug a tree, and you can be a tree hugger. It's okay. Go communicate with people who are living in this world. We have gotten, if the physical world lives here, we've gotten outside of here too far too fast, and we need to bring ourselves back here. So spending time with people who live in this reality. We can do cleansing rituals that could be using the herbs and using those stones or using things that are part of nature. We can do spiritual baths. We will talk about what is included in spiritual baths in our closed group. And you could just do other types of cleansing type rituals. Absolutely can and should set boundaries, but not just with people in the physical world. We want to set boundaries with those people that exist outside. For example, when you have access to everything, it's easy for people in the spirit realm to come and go. I have a firm boundary. You cannot come into my space without asking, right? So I don't have an open door policy in accessing the spirit realm. Now, don't get me wrong, they will come and they will look through the window and they will say, can we talk? Can you message my person? Did you hear this thing? Or be wary of this situation? And sometimes I'll say, yes, have it come in. And sometimes I'll say, no, not now. So I have firm boundaries, not only with the people in the physical realm, but with everything that I've seen in all of the other realms as well. You absolutely can reject anything that you don't want in your space. And no, for in most situations, in 99% of the situations, they're not going to force themselves into your space. This energy is not going to force itself into your space if you set up a clear and solid boundary. You can set up some visual shields around your space, which would look like calling your ancestors or guides into for help, or using some other stuff to set some physical boundaries. And you can absolutely use affirmations or meditations to reinforce positive energy around you. So, again, if you're feeling any of these things, it's probably a sign that you need to, number one, protect yourself or stop doing the work for a while, protect yourself, and cleanse your energy. But I'm a therapist, right? I'm a licensed clinician, and I'm always going to say, if this is something that's bothering you, go get help, right? There's plenty of us out there who will understand what you're going through, why you're going through it, and help you through it. This looks like licensed clinicians like myself. This looks like shamans. This looks like medicine people. This looks like people in your community that you trust. This looks like your ancestors, if you trust them. This looks like a whole bunch of different things, but it has to be specific to you. All right, y'all. Thank you for sticking around. Your homework for class today is to write a personal protection plan. One thing that you're going to explore in by way of protection. Am I going to use herbs or stones or fire or water or prayer or journaling, or am I going to pause my exploring into these different realms until I learn more, or what am I going to do to protect myself and or cleanse my energy? Make sure you drop it in the chat. Okay, next thing that I want to say before we end class is my link tree is up. It's in my bio, and well, it will be in my bio for YouTube. It is in my bio on TikTok, and the link to the book is there. For both the Amazon and the non-Amazon site. So have that going there. What else did I want to say? I am loading things on to our closed group. So it's going to take me a few days to do that. Obviously, I'm kind of not feeling the greatest again. Actually, I don't own that. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I see great. I am great. And we will be great together. See y'all soon.